All right, welcome to section 7. We're all about dashboards and stories. Very exciting as we come to the end here. In this section, we're going to look at dashboards and stories, including the differences between them, understand how to use dashboard actions, how to format dashboards, how to do workbook level formatting, and how to assemble your dashboards into a story. So in this video, we're going to talk about what are dashboards and stories and the differences between them. Specifically, talking about the differences between worksheets, dashboards, and stories, and what you can do in each of the 3 types of visualizations in the windows, for example. So let's open up the Tableau 10.5, and we're going to do the canned visualizations that Tableau has offered, because we just want to illustrate the differences between the things. And you're getting the sense of it, of course. We're going to have worksheets, dashboards, and stories. And so we're just going to delve into them with a little bit more detail. So in we go. And here we're going to do the worksheets. And as you can see here, there is no little prefix. It's just the default. And so when you open it, that's what you get is worksheet 1. And then here's how you create another one. So you just have to click on this with a single click, and then you will create a worksheet. And so what happens in a worksheet is this is where you do everything. You do the calculations, you can do the navigation of the different measures and dimensions, etc. And you can't do these anywhere else. You cannot see them in a dashboard or in a story, but you can only see them in a worksheet. And so this is where a lot of the navigation can happen. You can add fields here, as we've been doing in almost all of the videos so far. So here I just picked a random field and just dropped it in, and you can see it does all the changes here. We can't do these. You can't add fields in dashboards and stories. You can only add them in worksheets. Furthermore, you can't change a lot of the color schemes. Specifically, you can't add a different field as a color. You can, however, in dashboard change the color scheme. It's a little bit more complex. You should do that in a worksheet as often as you can. And so similarly, the filters. So as you will see in dashboards, you can definitely create filters in dashboards, and filters are an essential part of why dashboards even exist. However, if the field you want to filter is actually not in a dashboard, it's a little bit more difficult to create the filter. So you want to have the filter set up. Even if you're not actually filtering anything in the worksheet, you want to have that option available. Similarly with adding fields, as I just mentioned, that is the key thing that you cannot do anywhere else. You have to do that in a worksheet. Finally, if you want to create a calculated field or you want to edit calculated fields, you have to do those in a worksheet. So if I want to make an edit to the sales above target field, I would do that in a worksheet and not a dashboard. All right, so let's go to talking about dashboards now. So let's go to the product dashboard. And as you can see here, there's this weird matrix here that identifies it as a dashboard. And so when you click on that, you get a different look to it. And this look is all about being able to control layouts as opposed to controlling fields. Also, when you want to create a new dashboard, it also has that plus minus thingy. The power of the Tableau user interface is really all of the amazing ways you can change the layouts within Tableau's dashboards. What is done here, this is really a basic one, but you can see how much information is really packed in to a dashboard. And by having this ability to lay out the stuff in this way, you really get the ability to control exactly what you want people to see. So for example, if you're filtering something, that you don't have to have this filter show up here if you don't want it to. So you can control what people see and things like that. And so the final thing we're going to really be talking about here is the story. The storyboard is very limited. And I think as Tableau embeds more features into its product, it'll have more, storyboard will have more features. But right now it's still fairly limited. But it really is a cool way to be able to put a lot of different pieces of information onto one visualization. So basically you have these captions and you can add multiple captions. So what I'm doing is I'm just randomly dropping something here. I'm dropping a dashboard. If you see here, this dashboard, I just plopped into here. And you could do one dashboard per caption. Then I would just click on the blank, and then I create another caption. So I get to treat it like a cool chapter book, which is great. So I could have multiple captions or chapters, really, and then have a visualization in each one. And so that's simply it. Those are the three pieces of components that make up what will be dashboards and stories. Now, even though I'm elevating stories to the point of where we're going to be talking about dashboards and stories, this section is going to be fundamentally about dashboards. And then stories are a way for dashboards to displayed in a different way. So stories are really a version of a dashboard.